Hello, everyone. This week we got the start of DC's new big event, Absolute Power #1, from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Spoilers for this issue if you have not read. If you're worried about spoilers, I'm going to be going all through it and spoiling it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The issue opens with the preview that you've seen at the end of every single DC comic that's come out for like the past week or two. And it's Superman getting shot, and you're like, wow, how is Superman getting shot? What's going on? Why are bullets hurting Superman? And then we get a flashback after that. It's like 28 hours later and it tells you what's going on. So Amanda Waller is enacting her plan, and this whole thing, Amanda Waller is the big villain of Absolute Power. She's finally got her plan to take out the DC heroes. She's had enough of them. She feels like they cause more harm than good. And I don't know how most comic book readers are, but for me personally, I'm sick of Amanda Waller. I've liked Amanda Waller generally as a character. I think there's some interesting stories that have been told with her, but I've been kind of sick of her as of late, like the last 5 to 10 years. I'm just like, every time Amanda Waller shows up, I just don't care anymore. I don't know. I think she's kind of annoying. And her getting her own story, like her own, like where she's the big villain now, we'll see how it goes. But, anyways, in this first issue, we get her big plan and we see what she's doing to take out the heroes. Step one of the plan is misinformation. She uses AI and deepfakes to show DC heroes doing heinous acts, and it gets the public all riled up about it. For instance, in this, Animal Man and his daughter go to a park and they get just destroyed by a bunch of random people. Just random citizens come and beat the tar out of them because they saw like AI videos of them doing bad things. It feels kind of weird that the public would turn on heroes so fast just by seeing some videos online, but Mark Waid's trying to make a point about, what people see online, what they believe, and how all that works. And it's like, okay, it's whatever. I didn't find it the most interesting, but that's a point he's trying to make in this comic. And the way he writes about AI and technology things kind of seems like a 90-year-old man wrote this comic. There's a part where Sarge Steele's talking to Amanda Waller, and he's like, "Can't hack the internet." I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds a little bit like a very very old person wrote this comic. Um, but yeah, I don't know, it just feels weird the way he writes about AI in this comic. It just feels like not natural. I don't know, because you can tell interesting stories using it with an AI as a component in the story, like they did with Mission Impossible. I thought that was really good. How AI was the ultimate big bad, and that I loved how they did that in the latest Mission Impossible. But in this, granted, we're only one issue in. I don't know. It just felt kind of cringy and like not natural the way they were talking about AI. It didn't feel like it feels weird hearing like these heroes and villains talking about AI like this. It was really weird. Like I don't know, but that's just how I felt while reading the comic. It just didn't feel natural. Is the best way I can say it. But anyways, the heroes are there's a lot of panic going on because there's all these fake videos going out and they're being posted everywhere because Amanda Waller has also literally hacked the internet, like Sergeant Steele said. She hacked everything. So, for instance, Metropolis, over in Metropolis, the Daily Planet, they posted a bunch of misinformation stuff. They obviously didn't post it themselves, but someone took over their servers and posted it on all their websites and social media and everything. So it's on every single like social media. Every single big news outlet is posting these fake videos, and everyone's believing it because they saw it on the Daily Planet or CNN or whatnot. So everyone instantly believes it, and no one, I guess, second guesses like, maybe this isn't real because we've seen these heroes do great things before. And the way she's able to do this, because you may be thinking, if you're thinking about the real world, where you're like, when you see an AI video, it looks awful, and you can instantly tell it's AI because that's the state it's in right now. In this, she's got Failsafe and Brainiac Queen is what she's using, so that's why the AI actually looks good in the DC universe and believable. But that's step one of her plan. And step two is you see that people's powers are disappearing. Like at the beginning of the issue when Superman gets shot and he's actually vulnerable, and it's like, oh, why is Superman vulnerable? Well, she sends out all these different Amazos that she's got now, and these Amazos are zapping everyone's powers, and they're sent all over. So her plan was cause hysteria with these fake AI deepfake videos. The heroes' plan to combat that was we're going to get out in the open and show people, hey, we're not bad, we're helping people. So they're out doing their thing. And that set up the next part of Amanda Waller's plan, which was, hey, they're out in the open now. I can send the Amazos to go get them. So then Amanda Waller even addresses the public, which is, as Batman points out in the comic, is weird because Amanda Waller, hides in the shadows, but she sends out a broadcast to like humanity saying, hey, the time of the heroes is over. it's done. And she's like, I know all of your secrets. I know everything, like everywhere you're at. I know of all your friends. Like there's nowhere for you to hide. My Amazos also, once they take your powers, it's over with. You're not going to be able to just destroy them and get your powers back like usual. Also, Green Arrow chimes in partway through this and just like shit talks Batman. He tells Batman that these superpowered heroes have not actually affected real change. They haven't done enough to empower powerless people. And it sounds kind of like Oliver a little bit in terms of like keeping the superpowered people in check and like really letting them know what they're here for. But also part of it doesn't, because he sounds really cold. And also it's weird that he's working with Amanda Waller, because in his current ongoing book from Joshua Williamson, he's not the biggest fan of Amanda Waller. She just messed with his family, and that's why he had to work with her. But it seems very obvious that he's going to be some type of double agent or something, that he's not working with her willingly. But by the end of this, everyone gets their ass beat by some Amazos, and everyone loses their powers, and it's all doom and gloom. There's no hope. Nothing's good. John Kent gets hooked up to by the Brainiac Queen, so they're doing something to John Kent. He looks like he's part Brainiac by the end of it. His eyes change colors, and he's got a lot of like circuitry in him, it looks like. So that's the setup. And at the end of it, there's a little like Q&A with Mark Waid, where he talks about he wanted to make it as hopeless as possible, and how you'll be surprised to see who's leading the powerless heroes. And he says not Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, and how he's got a lot of things in store. I believe this is only 4 issues. Yeah, 1 of 4. So the first issue, it's gorgeous because it's Dan Mora. I love Dan Mora. He can do no wrong. His art is amazing. He's one of the best artists out there currently for a reason. But story-wise, I don't really care. It's like, I don't know. It's I haven't really cared about an event since Doomsday Clock, DC or Marvel. Since Doomsday Clock, there hasn't really been an event comic that I've cared about. So yeah, this is just, it's just another comic book that came out. Like I said, I'm sick of Amanda Waller. The AI stuff just feels kind of weird, because it feels like, I don't know, it feels like Mark Waid's just trying to like talk about something that irks him in real life. And it doesn't feel natural to these characters. Like when Flash first starts talking about it in the issue, he's the first one. It's weird. He's like, this is an AI run amok, and it just feels weird, because it's like, dang, it's because I haven't heard any of these heroes talk about AI before like this, and then now they're just like, I don't know, it's weird. It just doesn't feel natural to me. It feels like out of place, It's not like sci-fi like AI type stuff, like we're used to in comic books, where it's like crazy. And this is like, oh, they're making deep fakes. It's like, what? I don't know. It just feels kind of weird, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's a bad issue. It's okay. I hate that failsafes with Amanda Waller, because failsafe was the whole reason I stopped reading Batman, because I was initially excited for Chip Zdarsky to be on Batman. Then I read a few issues, and I thought failsafe was one of the dumbest villains I've ever read in my entire life, so I dropped Batman. And Chip Zdarsky has had failsafe the entire time. I don't know, like 20 issues or something like that at this point. And now he shows up at the big event, and Amanda Waller has control of him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I guess I'll check out the next issue. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really care that much about this event. I guess I'm kind of interested to see what's going on with Green Arrow. Like, obviously Green Arrow's not gonna, because this is completely out of character for Green Arrow. This makes no sense. But I'm kind of interested to see why he's with Waller, whatever it is. I hope it's something more than just she has bombs planted in his family's head, because that's why he worked for her before. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. What did you guys think about it? What did you guys think of the first issue of Absolute Power? I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Thank you to everyone for watching the video. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.